I was deeply moved by her spirit and her request and agreed to take the commission. I took my time with the piece, crafting it note by note until I felt that it was exactly the way I wanted it. The poem is perfect, truly a gem, and my general approach was to try to get out of the way of the words and let them work their magic. We premiered the piece in Austin, October 2000, and the piece was well received. Renee Clausen gave it a glorious performance at the ACDA National Convention in the spring of 2001. And soon after, I began receiving letters, emails, phone calls from conductors trying to get a hold of the work. And here was my tragic mistake. I never secured permission to use the poem. Robert Frost's poetry had been under tight control from his estate since his death, until a few years ago, only Randall Thompson, who wrote Frostiana, had been given permission to set his poetry. In 1997, out of the blue, the estate released a number of titles, and at least 20 composers set and published Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening for chorus. When I looked online and saw all of these new and different settings, I naturally and naively assumed that it was open to anyone. So did I know that Robert Frost's estate had shut down any use of the poem just months before, ostensibly because of the plethora of new settings. After a long legal battle, many letters, representatives, the estate of Robert Frost and their publisher, Henry Holt, sternly and formally forbid me from using the poem for publication or performance until the poem became public domain in 2038. I was crushed. The piece was dead. It would sit under my bed for the next 37 years because of some ridiculous ruling by heirs and lawyers. After many discussions with my wife, I decided that I would ask my friend and brilliant poet Charles Anthony Silvestri to set new words to the music I had already written. This was an enormous task, because I was asking him to not only write a poem that had the exact structure of Frost, but would even incorporate key words from Stopping, like sleep. Tony wrote an absolutely exquisite poem, finding a completely different but equally beautiful message in the music I had already written. I actually prefer Tony's poem now. And there it is. My setting of Robert Frost Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening no longer exists. And I won't use that poem ever again. In 2013, illustrator Anne Horius was commissioned to create an entirely new way to enjoy and share this wonderful poem. I ask you to explore music which inspired it, and see the connections between the words and art and music, which are everywhere. So I have the book, Sleep, that was created based upon the text, based upon the music, scanned in the photos, and we're going to show that as we sing. And hopefully it works, because we haven't practiced this either. Cue lights.